The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the woke system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress?
A dude?
Look again. Who is it?
That wasn't a woman?
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them.
What are they?
Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are at the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you here. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What?
I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits?
No, Neo. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
I identify as an innocent human being.
Here's the auto pen. You have an auto pen following Joe Biden. He didn't sign. He was incapable of signing his name. So they'd follow him around with this big machine. You know what it was called? An auto pen. And he'd have the auto pen signed for him. He'd take the paper, hand it to his guys, they'd sign it with an auto pen, give it back. Not too good, right? Better to sign this stuff.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Woke Society. This is episode number 1082. It is March 7th, 2026, or April 7th. My goodness, let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the ahs down that chats over on pilled.net. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the show. It's great to see you guys out there. Hope you all had a fantastic Easter break. I know I did, guys. There was so much going on, and I got to hang out with the fam, hang out with the kids. Really got to enjoy myself. But we are back. I missed you all, and I'm ready to dive back into it. What the hell happened out with these fighter pilots getting rescued? The CIA apparently used a new technology called Ghost Murmur. All the details pertain to Trump's fiery Truth Social that I even thought was fake when it came out. And everything that's going down with this, I guess, Happy Bridge and Powerplant Day that Trump is planning for tonight. But it may be stalled out. It may be stalled out, but we're not sure yet. I'm seeing updates. So, If you guys can, please smash the red pill, keep the gold pills flowing, the stickers flying, and please give my mods all the love you could possibly give them. We have a lot to get into tonight. A lot to get into tonight. And, yes, Kim, we're going to get into all that. All the fuckery, all of it. All of it, all of it. Because today, guys, today, I promise you, we are going to be celebrating American exceptionalism tonight. We are not going to be blackpilling. We are not going to be, oh my God, Trump's gonna kill everybody, guys. He's gonna nuke Iran. He's gonna nuke Iran. Oh my God. We got Heather July, Gen C. Enemy and my enemy got Lobster out there. Welcome in. Thank you, Drunk Pinata, for that raid, my friend. Appreciate that. Dong Sock, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Who we got? For yours, as always. Thank you, my friend. Zozo out there. Eric Q Nava, welcome in, friend. Welcome, welcome. We got Tennessee Girl, welcome as always. We got Pick Your Poison. Yo Trump Red Pill, welcome in, friend. Jace with a Q, Tootsie Roll, Ozark Freedom Girl, Scott 17, Willow Lady, Shadow Man, Donnie Crushing. Great to see you, brother. I'm so happy you're here for Bridge and Powerplant Day. Welcome in, guys. Fiona Shrek, Roy Stones and Bones. You need some milk? What up, milk? Who else? We got Khaleesi out there. Good old boy. Core Cousin, welcome in, friend. A from PA, RP67, Halo Moon. Brandy with a B. Welcome in, Brandy. Captain Blasto. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here as usual. Thank you, Dongsock, going to lurker mode. Over on the Rumble, we got Wooderson, Krevin, Drunk Pinata dropping a raid over there. Joey Hawk as well. Thank you so much. Over on the YouTube, let's get into it. We got Arizona Raven, Sunshine Angel, Double Dip, and Little Cat. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Oh, snap. Jeff Bork and Red Gum. Thank you guys so much. As you guys can see on the chats, pinned in all the chats, whether it's Pilled, Rumble, YouTube, there is a donation link for the new firewood business, guys. I made some huge progress from over the weekend. Please follow all my other socials for those updates. I'm going to try to keep that stuff as separated as much as possible. But if you want to follow along on my outside adventures outside the channel, TikTok is going to be the main place to be. Pilled will also be the place. X and everywhere else as well, guys. So all the socials are out there. I'm going to actually, I'll put those somewhere so you guys can get into that as much as possible as well. But guys, follow the donation links I'm going to leave up there to the end of this week. That's going to get fuel, firewood, anything maintenance-wise for all the machines, everything. I got the splitter out here this weekend. That was a hell of a journey, but it's here, and we survived, and I'm super pumped to get it started. And we got a lot to do, a lot of work to do. So thank you guys for that. Let's get into it. We're at 3,900 gold pills, guys. 20K is that daily goal, as it is always. Smash the red pill, repost the show. Great to have everyone out there. I'm ready to go, guys. It was only 3 days, guys. It was only 3 days I was going, but it felt like 5 weeks. So, are you guys ready? Let's fucking do it. News Blitz time on a Taco Tuesday. All right, guys, let's not forget about all the moves that are being made on the home front here. As from the Kabasi letter, the federal government's workforce is shrinking at a historic pace. The federal government shed 18,000 jobs in March, down to 2.66 million, the lowest since 1966. This marks the 14th consecutive monthly decline, and that is absolutely amazing. Since the beginning of 2025, the federal government has cut 352,000 jobs, reducing its workforce by nearly 12% as a percentage of total employment. Federal jobs are down to 1.67%. This is the lowest on record. Thank you, Donald Trump. By comparison to the 1960s, this percentage averaged around 4.2%. The federal workforce has never been this small, guys, in our country's history. This is fantastic and exactly what I voted for. Over here from the Daily Mail, Obama library hypocrisy. Oh my goodness, the Obama Presidential Center, as long as it's continuing to look like an ugly piece of shit. To court controversy after many noticed the $1 billion Chicago Museum is doing what? Requiring ID at a time when Obama's fellow Democrats are fighting with voter ID laws? No way. Barack Obama's 19.3-acre campus in Chicago's Jackson Park has frequently been the subject of controversy, but the library will not only charge $30 for adult tickets and $23 for children, but will offer select days where Illinois residents can get in free, provided that they show valid identification. There's also only allowing citizens or lawful residents to enter its grand opening ticket giveaway. Isn't that crazy, guys? They hate voter ID to vote, but to get into Obama's little, I don't even know what the fuck this is at this point. You need to show ID. It's amazing. Over here from the Post-Millennial, Utah County prosecutors are firing back at Tyler Robinson's motion to delay a May preliminary hearing. Utah County Attorney's Office has responded to defendant Tyler Robinson's ask for a delay in the scheduled May preliminary hearing in the Charlie Kirk murder case. In their response to the defendant's motion, they note that as the preliminary hearing is simply meant to determine probable cause, there is simply no reason to push this off. And fam, with how this is all going, the judge has been really no nonsense. It looks like the prosecutors are going to get their May preliminary hearing, guys. And as long as we are here, we will cover this live every bit of the way. Over here, guys, there's this new thing called drug-laced paper that was smuggled in through books and legal documents that's killed multiple inmates in a Chicago jail. This is a Cook County Correctional Facility found Thomas Diskin, 57, deceased, lying around in his cell's toilet in January 20. Well, that's not cool. Wait. Let's see. We're back. Okay. Over here from the Post-Millennial, Seattle mom charging baby's fentanyl overdose death was under state supervision by the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. Guys, I don't know how this happens, but guess what? Mothers apparently are having fentanyl around their 11-month-old kids and died from a fentanyl overdose because, well, this stuff just got on the baby and it killed the baby. Now this woman is going to jail probably for a very, very long time. Let's carry on here. Over here, as we're finding out from UN Events, a wireless fest has been officially canceled after Kanye West was banned from travel to the UK. Yes, the UK has outright banned Kanye West from coming into their country after Pepsi and Diageo pulled out of the wireless music festival in the UK over headliner Kanye West. The Home Office told the BBC that the American artist has been banned from travel to Britain. West had applied to travel to the UK using an electronic travel authorization and was denied. After West visa was denied, the wireless festival was canceled by organizers. And, you know, whether he deserves this or not, I really don't know. But yeah, Kanye West, it was official. Wireless says as a result of the Home Office banning Ye from entering the United Kingdom, Wireless Festival has been forced to cancel, and all ticket holders will receive an automatic full refund. Over here, guys, with the Gateway Pundit, Artemis 2 astronaut Victor Glover shares the gospel and Jesus Christ teachings before losing communication during historic lunar flyby. And whether you guys believe this stuff or not, it's happening. And I love that the one of the guys out there was preaching Jesus right before they went behind the moon. And again, apparently they were flying around the dark side of the moon. And again, it's pretty cool that this is going on. Trump was celebrating this. Whether you believe it or not, I really don't care. It's pretty dope. And yeah, let's carry on. Over here from the New York Post, Iran Supreme Leader is unconscious and unable to be involved in any decision-making. AKA, he has no legs, his dick's been cut off, and he's probably still in a coma. And last but not least, guys, DOJ has over 8,000 active fraud investigations open. This is insane. This came out from the new acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. Revealed on Tuesday that there are currently over 8,000 fraud cases underway at the DOJ, which he said represents only a fraction of the fraud ripping off our country. And guys, anytime we get arrested with these clowns, I hope they send them back to Somaliland, aka Minnesota. I'm all for it, and I'm all for arrest. So with that, guys, is today's News Blitz. Incredible. We're going to see Todd Blanche. We're going to see. I wonder if Todd Blanche is in a role now where he's going to be maybe trying out for the full-time position. I'm not sure. We're going to find out, though. So, guys, let's get into all this. Thank you all so much for the gold pills that you guys have been sending. Thank you, Jack Attack, for the cookie. Moon Baby with a cookie. What up, Family Lamb? Khaleesi with a ship. Halo Moon with a cookie. Donnie says, Bridge and Powerplant Day started early. Thank you, brother. Floor is yours. Says, bro, you were really pulling some pork this weekend. Bro, I followed you the whole weekend. You did an excellent job. How was it? How was it pulling the pork? Dude, it was amazing. I had pork on Sunday, Monday, and also today. It was $18 for, I think it was 10 pounds. It was there. They started going on sale. This is probably the 4th or 5th pulled pork I've made myself and smoked myself. It was the best one that I made. And I didn't put it on sandwiches. I actually turned it into nachos. And it was, guys, I'm telling you, this shit, it's a killer. It's an absolute killer. I didn't take pictures of the nachos, but the pulled pork, oh, it was so damn good. Hyro, the Can SKG with the cookie, Eric 2 Page with the Can, and Sean Joe with the double cookies, guys. Thank you all so much. We're at 4,300 gold pills, guys. 20K is that daily goal. I'm glad we got the disconnect out of the way. No issues yesterday, but we had a disconnect already. I'm sorry, guys, the shitty mountain internet, but it is what it is. Thank you all so much for being here, guys. Let's keep that that momentum going. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do on Rumble, YouTube, Kick, X, everywhere else. Please, please subscribe as much as you can, guys. And thank you guys all for donating to the Cash App for the new wood business. That is underway, one step at a time. And you guys can follow all that on Bearwood, Firewood on TikTok, on X. It's on Pilled, all those places. Even on Facebook, you guys can find me on there. It's completely non-political. It is just going to be barbecue. It's just going to be campfires, firewood, just fun, all-around good stuff that is not politics, and I can't wait to build that as well. So, with that being said, guys, let's dive into it. We have a big show tonight. We're going to get into what this ghost murmur was. And before we do, though, I love this song, and I'm sure, guys, you're going to love it as well. Let's enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
I'm cooking red sauce and wearing a white shirt. I'm fucking insane. I'm cooking red sauce and wearing a white shirt. Don't care about the stain. Don't want an apron, don't need a napkin. I wanna roll the dice. I'm cooking red sauce and wearing a white shirt. It's how I live my life. I take small rests. Small rests. I take small rests. Yeah. I eat a yogurt while driving to work. I eat it out of a bowl. I eat a yogurt while driving to work. I'm out of control. I drink a coffee and it's hot as hell in a regular mug. I eat a yogurt while driving to work just to prove I'm tough. I take small rests. Small rests. I take small rests. Yeah. But I'm afraid of death, and I'm afraid of stress, and I'm afraid of war, and I'm afraid of less, and I'm afraid of bugs, but I don't give a fuck if it's mostly safe. I take small risks. I carry all of my things at once. I stack them up high. I carry all of my things at once. I ain't afraid to die. Oh, I lose my balance and I almost fall. It kinda makes it fun. I carry all of my things at once, 'cause I'm the champion. I take small rests. Small rests. I take small rests. Yeah. But I'm afraid of death, and I'm afraid of stress, and I'm afraid of more, and I'm afraid of less, and I'm afraid of bugs, and I'm afraid of drugs, and I'm afraid of blood, and I'm stupid, and I'm afraid of heights, and I'm afraid of fights, and I'm afraid of nights, and I'm afraid of life, and I'm afraid of love, but I don't give a fuck if it's mostly safe. I take small risks. Small risks. Yeah. I'm not scared.
Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. The project looking glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the message. It's the method to my manners, beat the manners to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. Of anything you might say, the passes their defenses. Wake up, and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Wolf Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Oak Societies. It's episode 1082. It is April 7th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Build.net. Man, oh man, was there a lot of stuff that went down over the weekend. Thank you guys so much for all of the love. Sean Joe with not 2 cookies in a can. Submergency, thank you for that cookie, guys. We're at 4,600 gold pills. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for that. Let me fix this real quick. This thing is jacked up again. Let's see, where is that? Where is it? Would you like some fries with that? Let's see if we can get this fixed up here real quick. Hey, there's the gold pill counter. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Lynn, for that cookie, guys. Thank you so much. Red pill, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys got to do. And just a reminder, guys, the donation link for the firewood account is all over the place. If you want to donate to the firewood business, guys, goes to firewood, gas, maintenance, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. At a date down the road, guys, I'll be setting up a schedule for hanging out on that channel specifically. So I am pumped to get started. All right, so let's do it, guys. So fam, it was, so as you guys know, it was my son's spring break. I took a little extra time off than I normally do. And it was well needed, well rested. Got to go do a whole bunch of things. Went to Legoland, New York, got to see some family. Had a little adventure of my own with getting the equipment I'm going to be using for the new business. It was all around a really great time. And got to unplug for pretty much a good 2 to 3 days. But I was following everything. Was, as they say, monitoring the situation, as always. Never fully disconnected, but disconnected just enough. And it was, I don't know what day. I think it was, what, Saturday? Saturday, I'm looking at all the things that are going down. It's like, damn, is the U.S. military having a bad day? And it's so funny to me, and I say that because when all this stuff going down with Afghanistan and Iraq, the Middle East wars, you know, the global war on terror, all that shit, it's like, you know, 20 to 30, 50, I mean, sometimes 100 soldiers in a day dying was like, oh, man. Like, after a certain point during those times, it was like when you heard soldiers die, you got desensitized to it. It's like, oh, my God, that's terrible. That's awful. All these soldiers are dying from, you know, IEDs, suicide bombers, whatever have you, right? And growing up throughout those times, this is such a great comparison to what is happening now. This is such a pivotal moment and such a crazy time because I'm going to say everyone, but little less than half the country hates Trump. So it doesn't matter what Trump could do. And if we have even one soldier injured, it's like huge news. Have you guys picked up on this? Have you guys totally noticed this? Am I the only one that's noticed this? Because I'm noticing it. And what this tells me is that the level of play here, as far as rules of engagement, as far as our military, as far as warfare going forward, even if we lose some soldiers here, which is always terrible. I don't even know what the number is. I think it was up to 13, maybe 16. When you compare that number to what was previously done and how things were done, it's minuscule, and that is not diminishing what those soldiers have done. They gave the ultimate sacrifice. They also signed up. They volunteered for this stuff. And guess what? The way that I look at the military now and these young people now, they are operating within a military that is at its highest point as far as morale, leadership, technology, ways of warfare. This is not the 2000s. This is not the mid 2000s. This is 2026 right now. And when you hear like a plane gets shot down or a soldier gets injured, it's like, oh my God, how could Trump do this? And it's like comparing it to previous conflicts. It's almost laughable. It is almost laughable. And when I heard the pilots went down, it was not one but two. I was like, damn, what the hell is going on? Warhog's going down. A fighter jet went down. I'm like, man, things are getting hot and heavy. And then you hear that, that there's one was rescued, and then this other one was like this crazy mission that the CIA apparently used diversionary tactics to throw off the Iranians because there was a cash reward or some kind of reward offered, not just for the military, but for the people as well. And this guy was like up a side of a mountain. There was a whole bunch of fighting to get this guy, millions of dollars of resources. At any point, this whole thing can go haywire. How they found this dude was just insane. And what do we hear on Sunday? We hear Sunday, we got him. We got him. And fam, I was following this from afar, but I was still paying attention, but I wasn't completely plugged in. I saw Trump's Truth Social post. I'm like, okay, they got him. This is great. They're not going to be able to parade around a dead American corpse. It's the last thing we need. Some leverage, hostage situation. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen, guys. And I really believe that if Trump was not the president, I don't think we'd be in Iran regardless. We'd be out, Iran would still be doing what they've always been doing for the last 47 years. But if there was another president picked from the past, right, that was involved with this now, I don't think this could have been pulled off, nor would have even been attempted. And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm saying. And I've been saying this since the get-go. Do not diminish what we're really into right now. Do not take on the persona of what you're seeing online. And bask in the wins. Bask in the American exceptionalism. Bask in the patriotic vibes. And the wins that we're getting, because all this blackpilling and nonsense completely evaporates it. And I'm looking at some people on our own side and just wondering, how fucking miserable do you really have to be to continue to talk shit when we see American exceptionalism at its highest point that we've ever seen? And to see that on an Easter was absolutely incredible. So guys, what I want to get into, I'm going to get into some of the details of this, the breakdown from Kane. We're going to hear from Hegseth. I want to catch up on all this because all this was great. We're going to hear from Ratcliffe, because we had heard that there was some super secret, top secret technology used that they used to find this pilot. We didn't have a name for it until a couple of hours ago. And it's like, I can't even imagine the stuff that we have, the technology that we have right now, that we don't even know about, that Trump clearly knows about. And I'm just like, all I wish I could say to have a megaphone is like, hey, rest of the world, do you see what we are capable of? Do you see what America might is with our military, with the right leadership, and what it does to you? Fam, it feels so damn good to know not only are we the top dogs again, but we are We are reveling. We are reveling in it. And I'm not even in the military, guys. I can't imagine what the people in the military, as far as their pride and the revel that they have for the shit that they're doing. You're right, Brandy. We will fuck you up. And then we will revel in it. Because there is nothing you can do to stop us. Nothing. China has been made to look like fools. Russia has been made to look like fools. NATO has been made to look like fools. And guess everyone's watching the show, guys. Who is watching? Everyone's watching American dominance. And I want people to understand that and revel in it too. There is no reason not to. All this black pilling cancerous shit is nonsense. And fam, we really do have an edge here. And I say that because we have been watching Trump operate for a long time. And we're going to get into all this, guys. When Trump says he could annihilate an entire country overnight. Yeah, duh. No shit. A lot of countries could do that to other countries. We know we have technology that can black hole a jet, an airliner out of the sky with fusion orbs that our military absolutely has, that was using them in 2014 that we know about. God knows what we have now. Trump could absolutely take out Iran. He could fucking nuke it off the planet. And what I'm seeing is laughable. It's laughable. You think Trump's going to go down in his legacy as a man that's going to absolutely shred and kill millions and millions and millions of innocent people? You think he's going to go full Churchill? Come on. Damn, I am not a military tactician, a politician, war room, skiff, master of all knowing. But you know what? You know what the difference is with us, guys? Are any of us freaking out? Are any of us reeing? Are any of us losing our minds and losing our shit? No. No. And guys, I don't know if there's ever going to be another time like this. And all this is Trump has been building up his reputation. For the ones that truly believe in him. The ones that are truly on board. And fam, I can't believe how many have fallen off. I cannot believe how many have fallen off. And still to this day, April 2026, people just don't fucking get it. And at this point, guys, they're never going to. They are never going to. And I'm shedding these fucking people off left and right. Because if you can't hang with the president during the good times and even more importantly, the worst of times, I don't know what you're fucking doing. I don't know why you're even here. What are you here for? Clout? Expansion of your socials? Clicks? Money? Your sponsors? What is it? Because from one New Yorker to a fellow New Yorker, what are we really good at? And you just said it, Kim Iowa. Shit talking. A lot of shit talking. And not just shit talking for shits and giggles to make your boys laugh. It's called leverage. And this is psyops on a different level, guys. Now, do I think Iran and all the people in Iran are probably like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Oh, yeah, it's their country. The bombs were falling around you. You'd probably not feel so comfy over here in America. Let's just be honest. That's okay. That's okay. But if I had to guess, guys, and I had to assume something, would you rather take some broken infrastructure that can be rebuilt, or would you take butchers and rapists continuing to do disgusting, horrible, horrific things to not just your current family, but your future family, your grandkids, your grandsons, your family lineage down the road? I can almost guarantee you, if you ask any of these Iranians, hey, would you take some of this infrastructure to go under? To squeeze these guys even more? I almost guarantee you guys 99%. They'd all say, yes, please, more bombs. They get anxious when the bombs stop dropping. That's the situation on the ground. And yes, is there holdouts, guys, to the regime? Of course there is. There is. There absolutely is. There was rabid dogs out there trying to get their hands on that American pilot. No doubt about it. Whatever the reward was, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. They are out there. Just like we have over here, brainwashed retards over here. Oh, they got brainwashed retards over there. They're all about the regime. They're all about it. So let's listen here, guys. Let's listen here real quick. This was raising Dane Kane. Dane Kane! On how the operation went down.
As the president said, that he was injured and actively evading enemy forces. And thanks to our interagency partners, we were able to get eyes on his location and positively ID him. Throughout this entire time, the enemy force continued to search for 4-4 Bravo, and the joint force continued to strike them over and over and over again. Fighting off marginal weather in Iran and the enemy's search for a second time on Saturday, at the recommendation of the CENTCOM commander and at the approval of the Secretary and the President, we launched a rescue task force to recover Dude 4-4 Bravo. Again, this came to the President and the Secretary for approval, this time with a much larger force package based on the time that the enemy had to prepare to find 4-4 Bravo. Again, this force was protected by A-10 Warthogs using the Sandy call sign. And this force had one single mission: do everything they can to bring an American home. This meant having a plan, being prepared to execute that plan, and, more importantly, being prepared for multiple, simultaneous contingencies. And because of this force's professionalism, grit, and determination, fight off two enemies at the same time: the enemy searching for 4-4 Bravo and contingencies, which anyone who has done these types of missions knows we run into every single time. The force fought off both of those enemies incredibly well. During the period of darkness on Saturday, and as the Secretary said, into Easter Sunday and into the daylight, the force fought its way in and rescued Dude 4-4 Bravo. They were protected overhead by an air armada, including tactical drones, strike aircraft, and others. The force fought through multiple simultaneous contingencies, something no other nation, no other military can do, and safely returned Dude 4-4 Bravo, the backseater, home, and all other Americans home as well.
Let's go.
At midnight 12 local Eastern time, Easter Sunday, more than 50 hours after the start of this operation, the Joint Personnel Recovery Center declared Dude 4-4 Bravo, both the front and backseater, returned to friendly territory. The courage demonstrated by both the pilot and the weapons system officer while isolated and them invading the enemy cannot be overstated. Their grit and warfighting tenacity is a direct result of the absolute trust they have in our rescue forces, their training, and their will to survive and return. They always knew that we would be ordered to go get them, and they always knew that we would be coming to get them.
And that's the thing, guys, with, I guess, what the rest of the world just does not understand. Again, like, to be American is special. To understand our culture is special. To leave no man behind has been a motto in our military for a pretty much since its inception. And it's always been carried out. Always been carried out. And what was, again, exemplified was exactly that. This is what you have. Again, I don't know if you could have carried this out without someone like a Pete Hegseth that was deeply involved in the global war on terror. That not just involved, but he was on the battlefield. He was in those fights, experienced it firsthand, knows what forever occupation wars are, knows the difference between then and now. You don't get much better. And Hegseth has been up front for the world to see, and he has been on fucking point. On point from day one. This guy has when you saw the attacks levied against Hegseth, now I understand why. They did not want this man anywhere near the head of the DOD. Nothing. And this is what he had to say.
It was authorized in less than 2 hours from that pilot going down when we knew where he was.
Less than 2 hours they knew where he was. That's crazy.
And it was authorized in the middle of the night, because anybody that's worked for this man knows he's up in the middle of the night. Authorized immediately, without hesitation, audaciously. the second mission, as soon as we knew where that pilot was, and John was certainly helpful in that.
That's a little shout out to John Ratcliffe.
Also executed immediately. You know, I looked up at my screen when the final mission was complete inside our SCIF, our secure facility. And we have a running VTC, a running coordination cell. And the top of it read 45 minutes and 45 hours and 56 minutes. For 45 hours.
It was instantaneous. It wasn't even a thought. Authorization, go. Get it done. Get it done. Other PHEXF comment.
The largest volume of strikes since day one of this operation. Tomorrow, even more than today. And then Iran has a choice. Choose wisely. Because this president does not play around. You can ask Soleimani. You can ask Maduro. You can ask Khomeini.
Oh, shit.
To those heroes who planned and executed these rescues, your nation stands in awe. I stand in awe. The chairman stands in awe. We all stand in awe of your professionalism and bravery. We serve for you. You embody the very best of America. To the rescued airmen and their families, welcome home. Your courage and endurance, the quiet declaration of faith amid the storm, inspires us all. God is good every day. And to our adversaries watching from Tehran, let this be a clear message. The United States military will go anywhere, at any time, to protect our own and complete the mission. We execute with precision. We control the skies. You see, we flew for 7 hours in daylight over Iran to get the first pilot.
That is crazy,
and we
dude.
flew 7 hours in the middle of the night to get the second. And Iran...
This is the thing, guys, and again, I'm no military guy, but I can appreciate what's being described to me, understanding basic common sense. Most of the time, from what I understand, these rescue missions are done at night for obvious reasons. They have so much air superiority in the skies that one of the rescue missions was 7 hours. 7 hours. In broad daylight. Getting this guy out. That's how much, again, it's all signal. This isn't noise. This is all signal of things that are happening and shows the weakness of the Iranian military. They're done. They've been cooked. And they're going to continue to be cooked pretty much until a deal is made, which is supposedly in an hour and a half. Thank you, Feisty Cat, for that raid. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. So you saw Pete Hegseth give a hat tip to John Ratcliffe. What did Ratcliffe have to do with this? CIA director says Iran was embarrassed and humiliated after American rescue mission. At the president's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses to a daunting challenge, comparable to hunting for a single grain of sand in the middle of a desert. This was also a race against the clock, as it was critical that we locate the downed aviator as quickly as possible, at the same time keeping our enemies misdirected. So everything that I could gather here, guys, is basically that the CIA was putting out comms, however they do it, pretty much redirecting the Iranian forces or civilians, whoever wanted to hunt this dude down, and redirecting them away from where he actually was. That was all happening while they are using this, what you're going to find out, this ghost murmur technology, to basically hover in the sky and to literally listen to a man's heartbeat, his specific heartbeat, to find exactly where this man is. And, you know, the fact that they're revealing this publicly now is telling that this has been made for a long time, probably been used for a long time, but operationally on the public sphere, it's been revealed this ghost murmur technology is what they use to find this pilot so quickly. That whatever is in the sky, whatever is used to do this, can literally track and hone in on your specific heartbeat and find where you are. Fam, again, this is, and now I'm convinced, you know, the CIA, the FBI, whatever lever of government, it's like a gun. whoever is operating and pulling the trigger for said gun is going to wield it for good or evil. And I'm not saying the FBI is completely good. I'm not saying the CIA is completely good. All I know is the leadership, John Ratcliffe, Kash Patel, these guys, they are patriots in my book. And they've been patriots for a long time. They got the track record to prove it. They are using these things to help save American lives. And who cannot, as an American, get behind that? This was Ratcliffe talking about those technologies briefly as he mentioned it yesterday.
At the president's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses to a daunting challenge.
And you'd have to imagine, guys, if you were any world leader out there that might be on the shit list of the United States, I think you might be a little worried about, hey, maybe we can go hide somewhere that, you know, the Americans will never find us. I hope wherever you think you're hiding is able to mask heartbeat detection. Because apparently we have technology that can track a heartbeat to know exactly where you are. And fam, this is why I'm saying, thank God I'm an American. Thank God. Because I would not want to be on the other end of that. And this, I think, was broke by the New York Post. The secret never-before-used CIA tool that helped find airmen down in Iran. If your heart is beating, we will find you. The secret technology uses long-range quantum magnetometry to find the electromagnetic fingerprint of a human heartbeat and pairs the data with artificial intelligence software to isolate the signature from background noise. Two sources close to the breakthrough said it was the tool's first use in the field by the spy agency and was alluded to Monday afternoon by President Trump and CIA Director John Ratcliffe at a White House briefing. It's like hearing a voice in a stadium, except the stadium is 1,000 square miles of desert. A source briefed on the program told the Post, in the right conditions, if your heart is beating, we will find you. The source and another with knowledge of Lockheed Martin intelligence collection tools told the Post that, quote, Ghost Murmur was developed by Skunkworks, the aerospace space giant's secretive advanced development division. The company declined to comment. Of course, they're going to. The technology has been successfully tested on Black Hawk helicopters for future potential use on F-35 fighter jets. Second source said the missing and wounded weapons system officer, known publicly as only Dude 44 Bravo, was hiding in a mountain crevice after his F-15 jet was shot down, surviving 2 days in desolate terrain as Iranian troops scoured the area for the American with a bounty on his head. That is fucking wild. That is wild. Quantum magnetometry? Man, do you think what the hell is that? What is that? Mixed in with AI? What are we doing? What are we doing? Whatever it is, guys, it saved this man's life. It saved this man's life. And this guy Tukey wrote this, and holy shit, the CIA just used a tool called Ghost Murmur by detecting his heartbeat. Not his phone, not a tracker, not a radio signal, his heartbeat. Lockheed Martin Skunk Works built it, the same classified division that built the SR-71 Blackbird, the stealth bomber, the U-2 spy plane. Every secret aircraft America has ever denied existed until they didn't. Uses quantum magnetometry to pick up the electromagnetic pulse of your heart. AI filters everything else out. The pilot call sign Dude 44 Bravo was wounded alone for 2 days, and America found him from the sky by listening to his chest. Listening to his chest. Here's the part that should rewrite everything you think about privacy and power. This was Ghost Murmur's first operational use, meaning it's been sitting in a vault, tested and ready, waiting for a moment important enough to reveal it. They didn't show you this to impress you. They showed you this because the next person they use it on won't be for a rescue. And that's exactly it. It's not going to be for a rescue, fam. I can tell you that right now. Cuba. Hey, Cuba. You're not far from Florida, my friends. And guys, I'd have to imagine every other world leader when they heard this shit has got to be thinking this. Yes. It's true. How could you sleep at night? We already got Maduro the way that we did, and now we're just fucking flexing. We're flexing over here, guys. This is the America that I missed. This was truly the America that I missed. Just badassery alone. Ezra said it. The focus of the U.S. military is a level we haven't seen in a generation. Hence the incredible results over the last 6 months. This is the direct result of Secretary of War and Chairman Kane eliminating the distractions force, aka DEI, force in the military and prioritizing lethality. Bravo. Awaken Mandate says, we have not had this type of leadership at the Pentagon since my grandfather was there under Reagan. Guys, I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. And this airman here, this pilot, training kicked in, man. It saved his life.
We learn in SEER school that, as soon as you eject, you need to gather your parachute, conceal those things immediately so somebody can't see you from the air and start moving out. And in this case, our pilot ejected and was rescued almost immediately. But when you eject, depending on what altitude and what the winds are, you can get separated from each other. And that's probably what happened in this case. And oh, by the way, when you hit the ground, you might actually start heading in different directions. So it was just an amazing job done by this colonel, following his SEER protocols. That training just comes in and kicks in almost like muscle memory. And it saved his life ultimately. And he just did a phenomenal job.
Eventually, guys, everything we're going to see from this time period will be in a documentary. It's going to be in movies. It's going to be studied for generations. I mean, we are living through history, guys. Midnight Hammer, the Maduro raid, this rescue operation. Guys, this was, even when Obama supposedly got Osama bin Laden, right? Which is still that's still up in the air in my opinion. Outside of that, certainly not under Biden. Have we really celebrated any kind of military wins like this with almost no casualties and just badass America patriotism, just whomping down on the enemies of that have been sworn enemies for almost 50 years? Fam, I'm only 37 or 30. I'm gonna be 37. Geez, I'm only 36 years old. I don't remember a time like this ever. I remember when we declared war after the towers went down. That was a time. Other than that, that is dragged on. George Bush declared victory, and there was no victory. It was endless. A truly endless war. So after the CIA ran psyops on these clowns, there was some fights going on the ground. It was pretty intense. Two of the craft were damaged. And the United States has basically built this little secret base out in the middle of the fucking desert, which again shows you how much militarily the Iranian people or the IRG have control over the land that they're supposedly defending. And what they do, instead of risking flying these fucked up aircraft, they send in more aircraft, pick them up, and they blow the whole fucking thing up. All of it to bits. And this is what it looked like. They didn't leave shit behind. Fuck these people. They thought they got us. Millions of dollars worth of equipment. American lives could have easily have gone under. But guess what? What did we do? We did all of this. We did all of this for 2 Americans. And these snobby fucking Europeans, these dirty fucking third worlders look at us like, why? What are they doing? This is America. This is what we do. And Hegseth went on a firing spree of what I would probably consider woke generals. Retired Major General calls out Secretary of War Hegseth for, quote, war crimes.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
If I hear a retired major general calling anyone out for war crimes, especially against Hegseth, I just laugh and move on. X out of that shit. The general posted, Hegseth has fired now over 12 generals. 12 generals. Incredible. I've been begging for this since Secretary was sworn in. I literally voted for this. So there you have that. This is exactly what you have, the purging of the woke nonsense. And this is what I saw on Easter. We got him. My fellow Americans, over the past several hours, the United States military pulled off one of the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history, and they are safe and sound. We will never leave an American warfighter behind. The fact that we were able to pull off both of these operations without a single American killed or even wounded just proves once again that we have achieved overwhelming air dominance and superiority over the Iranian skies. This is a moment that all Americans, Republican, Democrat, and everyone else should be proud of and united around. We truly have the best, most professional, and lethal military in the history of the world. God bless America. God bless our troops. And happy Easter to all. So that is what we used. That's what I saw going into Easter and going into yesterday. This is Trump at that same press conference, is what he had to say.
Extraordinary rescues, because it was two. And as you probably know, we didn't talk about the first one for an hour. And then somebody leaked something, which we'll hopefully find that leaker. We're looking very hard to find that leaker. And talked about there's somebody missing. They basically said that we have one and there's somebody missing. Well, they didn't know there was somebody missing until this leaker gave the information. So whoever it was, we think we'll be able to find it out, because we're going to go to the media company that released it, and we're going to say, national security, give it up or go to jail. And we know who, and you know who we're talking about, because some things you can't do, because when they did that, all of a sudden, the entire country of Iran knew that there was a pilot that was somewhere on their land that was fighting for his life. And it also made it much more difficult for the pilots and for the people going in to search for him. All of a sudden, they know that there's somebody out there. They see all these planes coming in. It became a much more difficult operation, because a leaker leaked that we have one, we've rescued one, but there's another one out there that we're trying to get. So actually, the country, Iran, put out a major notice, you all saw it, offering a very big award for anybody that captures the pilot. So in addition to a hostile, very talented, very good, very evil military, we had millions of people trying to get an award. So when you add that to it, but we have to find that leaker, because that's a sick person. Probably didn't realize the extent of how bad it was. I can't imagine that the person did, but we're going to find out. It's national security, and the person that did the story will go to jail if he doesn't say, and that doesn't last long, and I think everybody would understand it. They put this mission at great risk. They put that man at great risk, and they put the hundreds of people that went in looking for him, because everyone now knows that we're going in.
Whoever this leaker is, guys, needs to go to prison for treason. For treason. It could have cost the entire operation, guys. And there's a lot of rumors that this, again, this is pure speculation, guys. Understand what I'm about to say. Pure speculation. I don't have sauce for this. Just what I've been hearing. Leaks out of the ODNI, again, that is headed by Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know if that's true. Trump said he's good with her. But that's what they're saying. I don't know. We shall see. And the best part about this briefing here, guys, was awesome. Trump couldn't help himself but mention how Kamala Harris forced herself into the vice presidency just a couple of years ago.
Came in so fast and so hard, and these guys knew exactly what to do. Let's go, come on, get in, let's go. Blah. They came one right after another, not at the same time. They don't want to come at the same time. They had to come right after each other. They didn't have any room.
Sounds exactly like we're talking about Kamala Harris, isn't it, guys?
And so fast and so hard, and these guys knew exactly what to. Let's go. Come on. Get in. Let's go. Blah. They came one right after another, not at the same time. They don't want to come at the same time. They had to come right after each other. They didn't have any room. They came in.
There was no room. Oh, so good. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, thank you. And the best thing is, guys, all we left these fuckers was a pair of American fucking underwear. Let's go. You guys can see it here. Here's some of the towel heads. There's the underwear. So we went in, built a secret base to land our aircraft in Iran. WSO evades 7K feet up a mountain. We send in PJs and other special forces to get them, waste some RGC dudes. Planes get stuck at base. We blow them. We get all of our guys out safe. And all the sand people get for a trophy or a set of American flag undies. That is the biggest fuck you in the history of the world. You can't make this shit up, guys. They're going to make movies out of this one day. They will. Down says it was an Israeli reporter on Tel Aviv that released a report about the pilot. If that's true down home, there needs to be consequences for that. That's some bullshit, dude. That is some bullshit. That's disgusting. And this is so important here, guys. And this is why, like, when I'm looking at people on our this little, it's not a lot, it's not most of them. It's a cancerous minority within the right, the woke right, the retard right, the halal right. They're all the same. They're literally all the same. And I'm looking at them, and I look at them almost as foreigners in a way. This is a post from Tim Soret that said, and he's a European, as a European, I apologize to Americans for the idiocy coming from our side. You saved your pilots no matter the cost. You send humans to the moon. You fight authoritarianism head on. It's truly inspiring. We're on the wrong side of the moral equation. When you have snobby Europeans understanding what we're doing, it kind of brings all this together, doesn't it? At least it does for me. Because I saw this headline, guys, from Zero Hedge, and I just laughed my ass off. It simply reads, British official admits UK not capable of rescuing their own lost airmen.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
No. It's in our blood. It's in our culture. It's exactly what the forefathers instilled in us. The American Revolution. All of it. What we fought for. What they fought for. What they bled for. The ideals. The culture. The story. The lore. Of all of it. It's ingrained in our military, and when the right leadership is running it, it's restored again, and we're watching it play out. And guess what? The entire world is in awe of it, because, again, America is shining through like it used to. It's incredible. And Lee here, one of the best tweets of the year, said, I'm noticing a lot of foreigners who seem to not understand why we risk hundreds of lives, spend millions of dollars, and sacrifice several aircraft to rescue one guy. And the reason they don't understand is also the reason people can't be made American by a piece of paper. Damn. I'm going to read that again. That is so profound. I'm noticing a lot of foreigners who seem to not understand why we risk hundreds of lives, spend millions of dollars, and sacrifice several aircraft to rescue one guy. And the reason they don't understand is also the reason people can't be made American by a piece of paper. That is a mic drop banger of a tweet. One for the ages. And I can't tell you guys, that is absolutely spot on. Because most of us out here understand when there is a man wounded or a man behind the enemy lines, whatever it is, we will do everything, even if we have to go back for his corpse. We will go get it. It doesn't matter. It's ingrained in all of us. And it's certainly ingrained in our military more than anything. People, from a logistical, let's think about how AI would think. You think AI would be okay with that? No. have like all those resources, all the paths to failure. You can't quantify No Man Left Behind, and you can't quantify that spirit that is part of American culture and our military. You can't, there's nothing that can quantify it. It is just it's a spiritual thing, in my opinion. And when it's locked in, when that spiritual thing is literally grasped and understood how it's wielded, miracles fucking happen, fam. And we're seeing this. We're seeing 6 months of operations, guys, and the things that are being done. How can you not sit here and be in awe of it? And people are upset. People are freaking out. I understand, guys. Gas is ridiculous right now. Trust me. And I'm literally about to get into a hobby here, a little side business that literally runs on fucking gas. I personally didn't really care about gas prices too much, guys. I don't really drive too many places. Considering I work from home a lot. Now I need fucking gas to run literally saws, splitters, all this shit. Yeah, I'm kind of paying attention to gas prices now, but it is what it is. Other than that, guys, I'm just like, it's great. This is great. So that is what we've got into, guys. And as far as these guys that have been that were wounded, they were absolutely wounded. They're in Germany right now and soon about to be homebound.
More details about the dramatic rescue of 2 U.S. airmen deep inside Iran. Both the pilot and the weapons systems officer are in Landstuhl, Germany, and they will soon be en route to the United States. I'm told the pilot is in good shape and that the second crew member is a bit more banged up, but will recover. At a White House press conference yesterday, we learned it was an Iranian shoulder-fired heat-seeking missile that struck near the engine of the F-15E. Call sign, Dude 44.
So there's that. So we're going to get into part 2 of the show, guys. And I know there's breaking news. I saw it 20 minutes ago. Trump has made a major announcement. We're going to get to that in just a minute. And guys, once again, the Doomers, the Panicans, the Black Pillars, guys, we are going to fucking drag them so hard tonight. We're going to drag them so hard tonight. It's crazy, guys, how let's get into it. Before we do, guys, we're moving over to Pilled.net. Pilled.net right now. Kick, Rumble, X, YouTube. Thank you all for being here. It's time to move over to Pilled.net right now. Big update from Trump. And all the pearl clutching from the retard right about Trump's praise be to Allah post on Easter. My reactions to it, all the latest moves going in Iran, guys, and all of the retard right. We're going to mock them and drag them and really fuck them up. We'll see you over on Pill.net, guys. Bye, my friends.